stage. Buddham Saranam Gacchami. Dhammam Saranam Gacchami. Sangham Saranam Gacchami. I go for refuge in the Buddha. I go for refuge in the Dharma. I go for refuge in the Sangha. Buddham Saranam Gacchami. Dhammam Saranam Gacchami. Sangham Sharanam Gacchami. So we get started with our 15 minutes of seated meditation. We recite the Gatha on opening the sutras. This Dharma, incomparably profound and minutely subtle, is rarely encountered even in hundreds of thousands of millions of ages. Now we see it, hear it, hold and maintain it. May we completely realize the true mind of all Buddhas. So, how is everyone tonight? Everybody's giving a thumbs up. Good. So, I just want to move something here so it doesn't come crashing down at an inopportune time, leading to someone having a sudden awakening, like I did last week when Robert coughed. Tonight I want to talk about the 4 R's. And no, that's not reading, writing, arithmetic, and rhythm, but reflection, reaction, response, and reflex. Reaction often gets some bad press. And that's not without merit, because a lot of times when people react, it's kind of that shoot from the hip, off the cuff, no filter involved kind of, stimulus comes in, reaction goes out, and, who knows how much harm it might do. And response is generally thought of as a more deeply considered action. Sometimes we think of response as superior to reaction. And when we do these things, when we respond or react to a cause or condition, we often find ourselves in a place where it's a side product of our practice, or it's not. I mean, when we're reflecting, we can look at ourselves for starters, right? Because after all, Zen is a practice of reflection, right? It's a direct experience of reality. If it doesn't start out that way, and I'm sure it doesn't start out that way, it becomes the ability to react or respond or answer a cause or condition intuitively. A lot of the reflection we do initially is on ourselves. We take a look at how our day went by. We can look at how we're living at this particular period of time in our lives. We even have some little goalposts that we can use, like the 5 precepts, for example. Did I kill anyone today? Well, not today. Did I lie? Maybe a little. Did I have any illicit sexual experiences? Well, Jimmy Carter said he lusted in his heart, so I'm not any worse than Jimmy Carter, I suppose. Did I steal anything? Nah, definitely didn't steal anything today. And did I imbibe? Did I take any recreational or illicit drugs or liquor or anything else that might lead to that feeling of not quite here? Personally, no, but there are a lot of people who think a glass of wine with dinner is not a violation of the fifth precept, and fair play to them. So we do this reflection on ourselves for starters. And then as time goes on, we can start reflecting on how we fit in and how what we do fits uh, in our closest circle. The people we come in contact with directly every day. We see the interconnectedness. Maybe we see how an action that we took had an effect on one of the other people. Okay. And then we can go a little, broader than that, and then broader than that, and broader than that. And we can see when we reflect how our actions have an impact on the entire universe. When we calm our minds through meditation, our minds become clear. They aren't instantly clear, but they become clear. When our mind becomes clear, the world becomes clear. Our direction becomes clear. When our direction is clear, correct action is clear. How may I help you? Zen Master Sun San would also often talk about situation, relationship, and function as far as how our interactions with the world go. And it had a lot to do with that. Intuitively knowing how to act. When we've done our time on the cushion or walking or chanting or bowing or however we meditate, that reflection that we do becomes part of us, right? It becomes intrinsic. It is not something we even have to think about. Would I kill someone? No, well, no. I'm just, that's my reflexive reaction to the idea of killing someone. It's no. That same sort of intuitive, reflexive response to situations can come by way of our time reflecting. When given a stimulus, let's say, to make it sound scientific, there's going to be some sort of action, reaction, response to that stimulus, right? If someone hits your knee with a mallet in the doctor's office, your leg is going to kick, right? It just happens. That's the reflex. And in the same way, when we have done all this reflection, our actions in general with other people can become that same sort of, well, I hate to use the term knee jerk because that has sort of bad press these days also, but it can become our knee jerk reaction. Think about it. You're paying attention to your surroundings. You're experiencing reality directly at this moment. And you hear a baby cry. Now you might respond with, well, the situation is the baby is crying. The relationship is it's not my baby. So my function might be find mom and tell her baby is crying. Or if I were to pick up and comfort the baby itself, then that might not be quite correct function. So we have to pay attention to where we are. There isn't any sort of blanket correct action, right? So if you're a parent and your baby's crying and it's crying for 2 days straight, you might be able to think about it and say, well, babies cry, just born 2 days ago. That's what babies do. And that's not an unreasonable thought. However, after 2 days, maybe you might think about going to the ER. That's clear mind manifesting. Not picking up somebody else's baby, but finding a parent. Your own baby is crying, comfort, and then maybe the next right action is to go to the ER. If you're on a basketball court and the defense is taking away your 3-point shots, they are just defending you outside and you're getting nothing. Your correct action would probably be to drive the paint and go for some 2-pointers if all the defenders are spread around the perimeter. It's in times like that there's really no time to think about it. Right? The time that's usually involved in response has already been done by the amount of time we've done meditating. Now, let's say you come upon someone on a bridge and they're about to jump off. Normally, in the worldling kind of sense, if you take the time to ponder and consider and think and so on and so forth, so you come up with a response, splash. If through the reflection, your reflex action becomes, how may I help this guy? Is it grab his legs and keep him from falling off? Is it talking him down off the proverbial edge? What is it? What's correct action? And that's determined by the amount of reflection we've done, how we react, how we respond. it becomes reflexive. All right, let us proceed with our next 15-minute period of seated meditation. Let's chant the Heart Sutra. Mahaprajna Paramita Hridaya Sutra Avalokiteshvara Bodhisattva, when practicing deeply the Prajna Paramita, perceives that all five skandhas are empty and is saved from all suffering and distress. Shariputra, form does not differ from emptiness. Emptiness does not differ from form. That which is form is emptiness. That which is emptiness, form. The same is true of feelings, perceptions, impulses, consciousness. Shariputra, all dharmas are marked with emptiness. They do not appear or disappear, are not tainted or pure, do not increase or decrease. Therefore, in emptiness, no form, no feelings, perceptions, impulses, consciousness, no eyes, no ears, no nose, no tongue, no body, no mind, no color, no sound, no smell, no taste, no touch, no object of mind, no realm of eyes, and so forth, until no realm of mind consciousness, no ignorance, and also no extinction of it, and so forth, until no old age and death, and also no extinction of it, no suffering, no origination, no stopping, no path, no cognition, also no attainment, with nothing to attain. The Bodhisattva depends on Prajna Paramita, and the mind is no hindrance. Without any hindrance, no fears exist. Far apart from every perverted view, one dwells in nirvana. In the three worlds, all Buddhas depend on Prajna Paramita and attain Anuttara Samyak Sambodhi. Therefore, know that Prajna Paramita is the great transcendent mantra, is the great bright mantra, is the utmost mantra, is the supreme mantra, which is able to relieve all suffering and is true, not false. So proclaim the Prajna Paramita mantra. Proclaim the mantra which says Gate Gate Para Gate Parasam Gate Bodhisattva Gate Gate Para Gate Parasam Gate Bodhisattva Gate Para Gate Parasam Gate Bodhisattva. Through that one without any coughing. Let's do our dedications of merit. All sentient beings are one seamless body and pass quickly from birth to death. We remember those who cared for us and are gone, those who are ill, those who are at war, who are hungry, and who are in pain. May they heal and have peace. We especially dedicate our service to Simon Gartland, Kate Ida, Justin Whitaker, Mike Gingy Wood. Would anyone else like to add anyone?
Melanie Bixby and Emily Epstein.
Joanne and Brianna Sheridan, Clarice Ferreira, Iris McDonald.
All beings in the 10 directions, subject to the greed, hatred, and delusions of themselves and others. All Buddhas throughout space and time, all honored ones, Bodhisattva Mahasattvas, wisdom beyond wisdom, Maha Prajna Paramita. We'll do our faith and practice vow. I will never retreat and will be firm in my mind in this correct Dharma. I will escape from the samsaric cycle of birth and death and definitely will see my original face. I will be sure to inherit the life of insight of the Buddha and save all sentient beings. Infinite realms of light and dark convey the Buddha mind. Birds and trees and stars and we ourselves come forth in perfect harmony. We practice and recite this for all beings in grateful thanks to our many guides along the way. Recite the 4 great Bodhisattva vows. Sentient beings are numberless. We vow to help them all. Delusions are countless. We vow to see through them all. Opportunities to awaken are infinite. We vow to embrace them all. The Buddha way is endless. We vow to embody it. Life and death are of supreme importance. Time passes quickly by, and opportunities to awaken are easily lost. Strive to realize your true nature, and do not squander your time by night or day.